one reason I love the American Exchange Project so much is that I'd actually campaigned on something similar back in the day. I said, you know what? Seniors in high school should be able to go someplace else in the country, maybe hang out in another town for a number of days, and then they would come back, they'd have new friends, a whole new perspective. And everywhere I went, people were like, ooh, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. Now, you're infinitely cooler than any of those people because you actually said, you know what? I'm going to make that happen. So, how does the ball get rolling? Does it start at a particular high school? Are these kids going in clusters from one school? Are they all spread out? How does it work?
So in many ways, we as an organization are sit at the center of a network of a growing network of communities that send their kids to each other in the summer. And I don't think any of our students know my name, know who I am. This is something that's run by their schools. And it's anchored in each school that we're in by the local beloved high school teacher who we hire as an exchange manager to run the program at their school. And they recruit students, plan itineraries, recruit
Wait,
host
wait, wait.
families.
So what you're saying to me is that the prime mover is that awesome high school teacher in that high school.
We hire them. Yeah, we hire them. Now we are scaling very quickly and we're looking at other models of sustainably. But basically, these are paid teachers who run the program as if it were an extracurricular activity at their school. And so if you're a parent or a principal or the mayor of your town or just an adult in town who wants to bring it to their school, the school itself partners with AEP and they appoint a teacher or a teacher volunteers to become the school's exchange manager. And we pay them and we train them on how to facilitate conversations between students from really different backgrounds.
Okay, so I'm the teacher in Evanston, and I say, okay, I'm into this. First, real question: how much do I get paid?
$25 an hour. So it ends up this year. It's going to end up being about $9,000 for our teachers.
And how many kids am I going to be bringing to my town?
So on average, it depends on the school. We have a few schools that only have 5 kids in the senior class, but on average, we have about 12 kids traveling from and to each of our towns.
All right. So I'm going to get 12 kids into Evanston for a week during the summer. And is the thought also that 12 kids are going to go from Evanston someplace else, or is that not necessarily part of the equation?
It's 100% the equation. It's you give and you get. And so you will have as your teacher in Evanston, or if you're a kid in Evanston, you will go somewhere else in the country. Just last Friday, we sent out our placements. So all 12 kids, though, are not going to the same town. It's not kid swap. They're going to different towns elsewhere around the country, and they're going all throughout the summer. So we divide the entire summer into sessions of a week apiece. And Evanston, Illinois will select, hey, we want kids to come to Evanston in week number 3. Other Evanston kids will be traveling in weeks 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you name it, all throughout the summer. And I'll be going to Muskogee, Oklahoma, and you'll be going to Dodge City, Kansas, and our friend will be going to, Vashon Island, Washington, all at different times. However, during week 3, we will host kids in Evanston from Oklahoma and Texas and places very, very different from Evanston, Illinois. And the idea is that you and I, as seniors at Evanston High School, would get to meet kids from all over America. We would get to know another town really well. And what we found out was true for most teenagers, we'd also get to know our own hometown in a way that we've never seen it before, because truth be told, most kids don't know much about where they're going. And we want that sort of trifecta experience for each student. And our teacher will have recruited us. Our teacher will have helped us find the host families. We, the students and the teacher, will plan the itinerary. Now, we also have in each of our communities volunteers that help the teacher out, coordinating host families, putting together itineraries, all of that.
What is your vision or goal for AEP now that you're in, let's call it, year 5?
I believe that this ought to be as normal to the high school experience as the prom. I think it should be our nation's civic rite of passage, and going to a different American town at some point during or right after your senior year of high school ought to be ritual, part of our culture. And our goal, and I believe that we can get to 1 million kids a year having an experience like this one by the year 2030. The key, however, is not me and it's not AEP. It's It's the people listening to this podcast. They really are the folks who carry this forward. And it's the difference between saying, oh, isn't that nice? And, oh, I want to get involved. I do think of this as a kind of form of civic duty. And really what it is helping raise our nation's children. It's the notion that there's no such thing as somebody else's kids, and taking care of a kid from a faraway place and helping show them what your culture is like, what your way of life is like, and then helping them develop that critical skill of learning to connect with people who are different from you and learning to compromise with people who might disagree with you. That's an essential aspect of life. And I believe that has merits beyond just our civic need for compromise and reconciliation and finding the middle ground. And I think we're shortchanging our kids if we're not providing them experiences where they can learn those skills, much the way we'd shortchange them if we didn't teach them how to tie shoes or eat healthy or basic arithmetic.
It's so simple yet so powerful, and has a world of potential to transform what people actually think of each other in America, and also how they experience being an American. Hey YouTube, thanks for watching. Please do hit like and subscribe, and hit that bell if you want to be notified every time a new episode drops. Thank you.